You ever get that gut sink feeling when the whole stadium inhales at the same time and then lets out a sound that's half disappointment, half accusation? That's what happened in Cleveland on Sunday, and Deion Sanders got front row seats. Two plays. Two plays is all it took. The Titans score on their opening drive, then the Browns take the field and hand the ball off twice. Watch Quinshon Judkins get stuffed for a loss, try another run for 3 yards, and the first chorus of boos roll through the crowd like a cold wind. Deion, who flew in to watch his son start, had to watch the whole thing, from the sideline smile to the stadium's sideways glare. Not exactly the homecoming film you rehearse. Here's what that moment says about this team right now. Cleveland isn't just losing games, they're losing patience. And when a city's patience runs thin, even hope gets hissed at. Make no mistake, Shedeur Sanders didn't cause this one sequence by himself. Football is a team sport of tiny failures stacking up. A call that favors the line, a run that meets the wrong gap, a protection that needs one more half second. But the optics are brutal. A rookie quarterback, son of one of the most famous football fathers on earth, walking onto the field with Deion watching, and 2 plays later the fans turn on him. It's the kind of storyline the internet lives for and the locker room dreads. What do the boos actually mean? Sometimes they're simple. Fans upset about a formation, a play call, or a wasted possession. Other times they're a rough shorthand for a deeper worry. A team without identity, a coach without conviction, a franchise that has tried anything and everything except patience. Cleveland has cycled QBs like a broken carousel this season. Veterans, hopefuls, rookies, Band-Aids. That churn breeds an impatient crowd, and impatience is loud. But let's be fair to the kid under center. Shedeur is a rookie. He's learning the speed of the pro game while the building is already measuring him against a highlight reel. The pressure is superhuman. Every overthrow is magnified, every scramble filmed in slow motion, every incomplete pass turned into a verdict. Yet in that game, across a full afternoon, he showed pocket throws with touch, a 60-yard strike that made highlight reels, and a late drive that took real guts. You don't get those flashes with a Plan B mentality. You get them when a young player is allowed to breathe and make plays. Here's the uncomfortable truth for Browns fans. If you boo the rookie the moment he's on the field, you risk extinguishing exactly what you hope will save the franchise. There's a difference between holding a player accountable and humiliating his chance to grow. Coaches preach rhythm and confidence for a reason, because when a player loses belief, his footwork stumbles, his reads slow, and his best throws disappear. A crowd that turns on its young quarterback after 2 plays helps make the very thing it fears. Now, what should the Browns do? Step 1, stop confusing boldness with chaos. If you want your offense to be modern and dynamic, commit to a structure that matches your players. Let your rookie take what the defense gives you instead of forcing heroism every down. That means quick reads, clear progressions, and play calls that hide inexperience while highlighting strengths. It means trusting the signal caller on the field for the final 2-minute drill, not opting for a gimmick that makes for a highlight reel of regret. Step 2, messaging. The front office and coaching staff must get in front of this narrative fast. Public backing matters. Not empty praise, specific, actionable confidence. We're giving him the reps, or we're tailoring the plan around his strengths, actually does more than a generic tweet. The locker room listens when leadership speaks decisively. The fans, too, eventually respond to clarity. Right now, the fan base is angry and confused. Some honest communication can turn that energy into patient investment. Step 3, protect the rookie. That's not just offensive line help. It's about timing with the release, pre-snap cues from receivers, and limiting late-game gadgetry that places the burden of luck on a rookie's shoulders. Don't pull him for the 2-point play he drove you down the field to set up, especially when he's the one on fire. That sequence in Tennessee, driving late and then not trusting the driver on the route that matters, feels less like strategic caution and more like a lack of backbone. Fans notice, players notice, the tape remembers. Now let's talk about Deion, because his presence matters in this theater. He's not just dad, he's iconography. He is swagger made flesh, the personification of confident football glamour. Fans want to see his son succeed under that spotlight because it's a storybook subplot. But Deion's presence also raises the stakes. When your coaching staff has to manage not just a rookie, but the optics of a legendary father in the stands, decision anxiety creeps in. Coaches tighten up, play calling gets conservative, the team shrinks inside those pressures. That's a coaching problem as much as a player problem. The bigger picture is this: Cleveland is at a crossroads. The team can keep spinning for short-term fixes, quarterback carousel, coaching adjustments, roster patch-ups, or it can choose a path of intentional construction. Develop the rookie, reinforce the line, create a system that fits the players. Both routes are expensive in different ways. The impatience route costs fan goodwill and identity. The patient route costs time and sometimes wins. But if the franchise ever wants stability, patience is the tax you pay. For Shedeur himself, the homework is simple. Keep making the throws that matter, cut the tendencies that get you sacked late, and let your film do the talking. He has the arm, the composure at times, and that rare ability to make something out of nothing when the pocket collapses. Those are not trivial skills. They're the building blocks of a franchise quarterback. The fans can boo now, but if he keeps delivering flashes like that 60-yard connection and the late drives, some of those boos will turn into chants. Sports loves redemption more than it loves condemnation. If you're sitting in that stadium or scrolling social at home, remember this: the sound of boos is ephemeral. The decisions from the front office and the coaching staff echo longer. Build around the kid or keep changing the plan. Either way, the moment when Deion watched his son walk onto the field and the crowd booed will be a small, painful footnote in the Browns' season. It's uncomfortable, messy, human, and it might be the exact crucible this young quarterback needs to grow, or the exact mirror the organization needs to realize how its impatience is costing it the future. 2 plays sparked the roar. How Cleveland responds in the days after will decide whether that roar becomes a rallying cry or a verdict. Browns fans didn't wait long, 2 plays to be exact, before booing Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland offense Sunday, all while Deion Sanders watched from the stands as his son made his home start against fellow rookie quarterback Cam Ward. Tennessee set the tone early by marching down the field for an immediate touchdown, and the vibe inside the stadium dropped straight through the floor. Cleveland's opening drive didn't help. First play: Quinshon Judkins stuffed for a 4-yard loss. Second play: another run on 2nd 14 that picked up just 3 yards. That's when the boos hit. Loud, early, and unmistakable. On 3rd down, Shedeur was sacked for a 2-yard loss, and the Browns followed that up with a false start in punt formation before finally kicking the ball away. Not exactly the debut sequence Deion imagined when he showed up to support his son. Cleveland hoped things would get better. But the first impression? Rough, very rough.